Samsung for 2022, it's the BU8000 Crystal UHD. Last year's obviously was the AU8000, which was a popular TV. Speakers were a bit lacking, but picture was pretty good. Also, check the descriptions, timestamps, auto chapters or whatever below. I'll put key things in like dimensions and so on and any key moments. Top of the box, quick setup guide, instruction book and remote pack, 2 feet, and that is it. We'll just mention as well, obviously this has got the feet on it, so I'll put the dimension of the width for those feet apart because it will be quite important to a lot of people. Also, I'll put a link somewhere you can put a universal base on, so check for the link. You can fit a universal base if the feet don't fit your furniture. Put the central stand on and it should fit all furniture. 2 feet. Bit of POS, Crystal UHD, instruction book remote pack, quick setup guide. Pull it out. That is the TV from the front. Screen protector still on, it's not broken, I hope. From this side, nice and thin again. And that's it from the back there, with some energy rating labels stuck to it. Onto the included accessories and remote pack. Standard remote control, figure 8 mains lead, right angled input, CI card slot reader, 2 cable guides there for the back of the legs, AAA batteries for the standard remote. That is the premium smart remote. Now looking at that smart remote close up, power on and off there. That one takes you to the settings, give you on-screen virtual keyboard for the numbers and so on. Voice command button, that's for your coloured button inputs for what they may refer to depending on apps or media playback. Got cursor arrows left, right, up, down and enter. Play pause, press play pause, we've got rewind, fast forward and so on. Back button, home button, volume rocks up and down like so, and in for mute. Channels rock up and down and in for guide. Then we've got shortcuts to Netflix, Samsung TV Plus, Prime Video and Disney Plus. Flip it over, we have the premium smart remote for this range as well this year with a solar cell on the back. Pull out this tab here, we've got a USB Type-C socket, so if the battery is totally flat in there we can charge it up off our USB Type-C phone charger. Other than that, leave it in the sun and it should keep itself topped up using that solar cell. Standard remote, it's got power on and off, source button, channel numbers, teletext not in the UK, pre-channel to the previous channel, volume up and down, channels up and down, mute button, channel list, quick access Netflix, Prime, Samsung TV Plus and Disney Plus, home button to take you to the home menu, cursor arrows left, right, up, down and enter, return to take you back step by step, exit takes you all the way out, settings, so that's a shortcut to the settings, info button for the info bar, audio description and subtitles, play, stop, pause, fast forward and rewind, also the coloured buttons there for certain apps and media playback. Flip it over, pushes down there and away, and AAA batteries into there. Quick look at the quick setup guide. First thing, gives you the list of the inputs on the TV there on the side of it and the included contents. 2 of you to lay it on that large flat surface, sliding those legs in and the arrangements on those feet or legs, whatever we want to call them. The stands, 2 different configurations for 2 different heights. We can have it raise that additional 25mm higher to get a sound bar or something in front of it. It shows you there, just sliding them into those slots. 2 of you to pick it up if possible. And to the other side, plugging it into the mains and turning it on. Key dimensions there for the different sizes. Weirdly, it's got the 55Q60 and 65Q60, but then starting off at the 55BU all the way to the 75BU. Looking below there, Quick thing about the VESA dimensions on the back on the different models, 11 to 13mm M8 bolts on all of them. Looking at the 2 feet there, pretty much symmetrical. If we look at where it slides into the TV, we've got this flip switch. I think it elevates it about 25mm or something, so if I put it there, I can then place a soundbar under the TV. It will increase the height of the bottom of the TV. No soundbar, I can leave the TV nice and low to the cabinet. And then we've just got those rubber feet on the bottom as well, so it won't slide about on the table and shouldn't mark it or scratch it either. So if we've got the cable running down the back of the leg there, we've got these cable guides. We can clip over, keep the cable in place and guide it down. Just keeps it a bit neater all in all. Now I've got the TV laid on a large flat surface as per the quick setup guide. We've got slots on the left and right of the TV for the legs to slip into. Again, I've got the flip switch down because I'm not putting a soundbar in front of it today, and that will push all the way up like so, there and there, into those grooves. And that is pretty much it. That is the feet done. Obviously if we did the flip chip, it's about 25mm more gap here, the height to the bottom of the TV. I can put my figure 8 mains lead in here. And we've got these grooves as well, so we can tuck the cable into the appropriate groove, it says, and then bring it down the back of that leg, just to keep it neat from wherever we're looking at it. We can just pop the clamp over there. So what it's doing is guiding it, pinning that cable in place so there's less of it to be seen from the front, just to keep it nice and neat. Same for this side. I could plug my HDMI, aerial cables, whatever, guide them down the grooves that way or this way and down that leg, pop the other clip on. Now looking at the inputs running down the side of the TV there, USB 5 volts half amp, USB 5 volts 1 amp indicated for hard drive, wired internet or LAN, HDMI 2 is enhanced audio return channel, HDMI 1 antenna or aerial input, HDMI 3, so 3 HDMIs in total, digital optical audio out. Peel that sticker off and attach your CI card slot reader if you use it. We don't. I haven't seen CI card slot readers or CI cards for those for a good 10 to 14, probably 14 years here in the UK. Nobody's used them. Used to have top-up TV, it's dead. Onto the dimensions. Critical one for this one, 55-inch TV. Those feet could be a problem again. Have a look for that universal pedestal stand video, but anyway, 89 centimeters there at its widest point, or 35 inches. The depth of those feet from the back to the front is 23 centimeters or 9 inches. Whatever it stood on to the bottom of the TV, about 4 centimeters, just over 1.5 inches. Thickness wise, it's only 1 inch thick. Whatever it stood on to the top, 74.5 centimeters or just over 29.25 inches. Like I say, you can flip that switch and get 25mm more or 1 inch more height to the bottom of the TV, so increase that gap by 1 inch by flicking the switches on those feet. From the back we've got a 200mm square VESA there, M8 bolts. From the bottom of the TV to the middle of that first VESA mount hole, I make it about 266mm, so just over 26.5 centimeters. Width wise, if anybody cares, it's a 55-inch TV, narrow bezel, 123 centimeters or 48.5 inches. Now connected wired internet, aerial and main, so we do the peely bit and get rid of this screen protector. See there the smart remote now pairing. It's telling me to hold down the back play and pause buttons. Brilliant. So, smartphone quick and easy. You've got your Wi-Fi details, Samsung account, etc. stored on your smartphone. Go for that. It will transfer the details to the TV. I'm going to go remote control step by step. Okay. Tells me my aerial's connected. If you've got other devices, connect them, turn them on, it will detect them. Terrestrial, digital. Wide internet. I've agreed to all the terms and conditions for now. It probably will have a software update, so I'll pause the video for 10 minutes, do the update, come back when it's finished. So I'll save now and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, software update is finished. So it's now rebooted itself. If you've got a Samsung account, log in there. You can go to more apps and voice control, all that sort of business. I'm going to skip for now. Pop your postcode in for local programming. Okay, while it was doing the update, it has tuned the channels in the background. So that's a quick summary there of my channels and wired network. Select your voice service. I do Bixby for customers, but I'd probably do Google Assistant at home. We're going to skip that for now though. Link your Amazon Prime through your phone or PC to TV. Okay, a quick message there about brightness optimization. That's the sensor for ambient light in the room. It will dim and adjust the lighting. It's also come up with my region select for my aerial. So that's where my aerial is facing. England and Yorkshire. Close. Okay. Now, because it's just done its update, maybe a bit laggy for a few minutes, and it's possibly still installing that update in the background. I'm going to go straight to the retail demo and then do the settings, because if you do your settings, go to your retail demo, you'll have to do your settings again anyway. It's down to menu, settings, all settings, general and privacy, system manager, onto retail mode.
Right now.
I am so happy. You are perfection. Don't change any.
Short and sweet, back to home mode. Mute that. So to the left, down to menu, settings, all settings. I've got the picture, I'm going to keep it on standard for the demo. Down to general and privacy. Oh. General and privacy, power and energy saving. So brightness optimization I'd probably leave on at home because it will dim the backlight according to the ambient light in the room. Turning it off just because we're doing a demo. Motion lighting I would definitely turn off. It's trying to save a bit of electricity there by dimming parts of the picture, but it's not great at doing it. Auto power saving, so connected devices, Wi-Fi devices, stuff like that, Ucasting YouTube. If it doesn't have any activity there, it will turn it off. At home, probably good to leave on, especially if you've got kids. Also, auto power off inactivity from the remote over 4 hours or 8 hours, whatever you set it to. It'll also turn it off. It guesses nobody's watching. I'm going to leave that off because it's in a store. But at home, especially if you have got kids or teenagers, you probably leave that on because they might just leave the TV on and go out. Down there tells us the available remote battery of our smart remote. So if that's getting low and it's not been charging sufficiently from the solar cell, use the USB Type-C to charge it up. Right, I'm going to go to live TV, turn up the sound and shut my mouth so we can hear it.
Fly the flag of democracy and legality should have nothing to hide and nothing to fear.
Mr. Khan didn't have time to stop and talk as he walked past Irina's shell-damaged apartment, but she's in no doubt who his investigation should find accountable. BBC News, Kharkiv.
Meanwhile, the Kremlin has banned top UK journalists and people linked to the defense industry from entering Russia after Britain sanctioned Russian lawmakers and oligarchs. Let's take a quick look at some of the other stories making headlines in the UK. The First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, has launched a new campaign to leave the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, said now was not the time to be talking about another independence referendum. But Ms Sturgeon said she would forge a way forward regardless of whether the UK government gave its approval or not. The number of job vacancies in the UK has hit a new record high of 1.3 million.
Again, credit to Paramount Pictures. I'm going to go back to live TV for a second.
Moved from the prison where he was being
Quick
held.
look at the Smart Hub before we go. Press the home button.
An opposition spokeswoman cited concerns saying that
See, we've got live TV playing in the mini window. If I move to the left, we've got media there or search, or we can go to the menu and settings. Moving up, we've got apps there, so sign into your Samsung account, you can discover more apps and install them. Samsung TV Plus, Live TV, Netflix, Prime Video, iPlayer, iTV, Disney Plus, Apple TV. You've also got screen mirroring from Apple and Android to that TV. Rakuten, Now TV, YouTube, All4, Alexa, Samsung Health, Internet Browser, get a cheap USB keyboard, do some basic internet browsing. My5, Plex, and you can edit that list there. Moving down, live TV, what's on now, so a quick bit of highlights of what's actually on now. Go down, new and trending stuff, free movies, some featured Samsung TV Plus stuff there, popular on iPlayer, CBeebies, Prime Video and so on. So all in all, for a sort of entry range, moving up to mid-level TV, it's not bad. It's edge lit, so it doesn't look fantastic on the darkest stuff, but for the money it's pretty good. Bright stuff looks quite good actually. Sound wise, it is better than last year's BU8000. I think it's got a bit more depth and bass there. That TV, I mean, they're both clear on sound, but last year's model, the AU, was a bit tinny. This has improved. I mean, if you are concerned about sound, add a sound bar or a sound system. Personally at home, I've always got a sound system on, whatever the sound is on the TV, so I've never actually used my TV speakers. It's not a concern to me. And that is all for now.